Hey, welcome back to Left 4 Dead Garage. This is kind of chopped up video because this steering wheel segment is out of the rear end video, last week's video. So it's a little wonky. I had to do an intro and then I got to close the video out this same way because didn't know that I had 2 hours worth of footage to deal with until it was too late. So we will jump right into showing you how this steering wheel assembly fought me to actually mount to the steering column. So we'll get right into it. All right, let's finally take a look in here and see what's not happy. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna get a socket. We'll be here 3 days doing that. Well, the nut's not tight, for one. Oh, there was not a single bolt. And that, it's very odd that there's just 2 bolts that hold the darn. I mean, you got that small one there, but and then pretty sure the turn signal cancel should have been in that hole. I think that's what that is. Might be wrong. Does this come off? It's splined, so probably not. Let me see if I can get that plastic out of that hole. Alright, we got the trash out of there. Was that the horn wire? Does that come out? What's in there? Where's the horn wire? I believe there was a wire right there. I can't really see down in there. I feel like this needs to come off to see if we can repair that wire. Oh man, see, it's splined. This hub is splined on that shaft. This needs to come off. Oh boy. All right, let me dig out my puller and we'll see what we can do. All right, I'm gonna got fingers crossed here we don't tear nothing up. But I know she mentioned that she didn't like the fact that the horn wasn't working. So we'll make a solid attempt at putting a horn in this thing like it's supposed to be, not some under the dash unit. Get my puller adjusted right here. Just going gently. Alright, we're off. So I got a spring under there. And this collar. So I'm going to set all that inside there. Well, yeah, this was the wire. Yeah, you can see it now. I hope. There's a wire down in there. That more than likely soldered to that contact ring and touched right here. So it's got a little notch, so maybe we can spin this. Well, it's kind of spun now. Maybe we can get some pliers on it and pull that out. All right, so I got this piece out, but it is pretty damaged. I don't know how much shorter it is than it's supposed to be. All right, so what I'm gonna do, oh good. So there's just a copper contact on the end of this. What I'll do is I'll warm this up with the torch, and we will just replace this wire, because all they've done is soldered it down in there. So, but hopefully this won't cause us any issues. All right, let me go perform this miracle. I got it back together. Drop this down in, lock it in. That sits like that. That collar goes like that. I'll take this loose now. I don't think we need it. I don't have a horn for the truck, so I need to order one of those too. O'Reilly's may have something in stock. I'm about sure they would. All right. All right. Question. Okay, I got a couple questions. Is that supposed to? All right, so that's like a, I guess it seems to be an interference fit. None of the holes, that's why it wasn't bolted on there, because none of the holes line up. That's exactly what happened. And then I went to turn the wheel, this just spun and guillotined that thing off. So that's right, goofy. We clearly need that hole to line up, and then that little small hole up there lines up, but we don't have anything. This is what I'll do. I'll put a bolt in this one. I'll run a nut and a washer through this one. Maybe. Suck that thing down, and then we'll come from the back side, mark it, and then drill this to this pattern. Which the insanity is, what is this little tiny hole for? Why is there only 2 bolts to hold the steering wheel adapter to the hub? It's pretty crazy. Because why wouldn't... Oh my God. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I mean, it looks like a 1032 screw, and that looks like a 7/16 hole to me. There's no way I can hand drill that with an existing hole, because it's not going to be happy. It's going to walk down into this. I could put it on the mill and locate and use an end mill, maybe. Use an end mill to get a hole and then drill and tap it. That's goofy. Alright, let me see what I can figure out. Alright, I'm gonna have to take it to work, because if I use the existing holes in this hub, so we'll bolt here, here, and here, well, that leaves this whole half side with nothing. It would probably be okay, but here's my plan. So I'll figure out the bolt pattern for this. These are 120 degrees apart, and then we'll use this one as our top, and then we'll come down here and add the holes we need. End mill through this one, drill through these, tap through all 3. That's the best way to do that. I don't understand. This is not the right adapter at all. So that seems to be the best way to do it. And honestly, I could probably cheat it. Bolt the hub, the steering wheel adapter to the hub, and then just sneak down in there with the drill, line it up and drill through it. You can cheat it that way. You don't have to do all the math. You don't have to have a mill. Just have to be real careful with it. The only thing is, this hole is, you know, kind of a quarter off, but we can always slot this adapter to meet the full, you know, full hole there. Would that matter? I don't know. If it'll go through there, it probably won't matter. Let's just take it off and take a look. Alright, so we'll have to open that up anyway for that thing. So I'm not sure what they had going on here, but I don't believe this is the right stuff. I will, however, look into, maybe Google. This is probably the same column Chris got. It's an imported column, and I don't remember him saying he had to do any shenanigans to put his steering wheel on. So that's where we're at with that. And I honestly don't feel like going in that building today, so probably won't happen today. But if I do, I'll take you with me. All right, pardon the audio, I'm using my phone. So the way I look at it is, the bore on this adapter touches the fingers on the steering wheel mount, so it's going to center itself. I stuck a half 13 bolt through there, tightened it up, sucked it down in there, kind of got it where I want it according to that hole there. So, and I got enough where I can chuck on the hex of that nut in this little chuck that I've mounted in this vise. So try to keep my finger out of the camera here. But so that's the plan. it's not really rocket science to hit these holes now. So this guy right here, I'm going to have to run an end mill down in there. If I don't, then the drill will probably walk, since that hole's already there and it's not in the center where I need it to be in the center. So a little tricky to do with my phone, try to keep my hand out of the camera. But I'm gonna round up some tooling and let's put 3 holes in this and with some threads, and hopefully we'll be good to go. All right, I got one of these drilled now. I'm sure there's a pulley tap or an extended tap around here somewhere. By the time I get down to depth, collet hits these fingers, and you want to, since I'm not programming a bolt pattern in this thing and I'm just winging it, then you want to tap it while you're here. I just zero it out, make sure I don't move nowhere. But I can only get a couple threads, you can see, but that's enough to when I can take this out, I can hand tap it. So I'm gonna move over to this one and we'll knock a hole in it. All right, I didn't tap procedure because it takes 2 hands, because you got to watch when the collet is in there, you got to watch it so it don't hit this. And then I'm running the reverse and also holding this handle, so that's why I didn't video that. Now the tricky one will be this guy right here with the hole in it. The hub is aluminum, so I could try it with the drill only. Well, you'll know pretty quick if it starts to walk. I don't know. If the end mill reach, we'll just run the end mill down through there. All right, I got them tapped. I just took the cage off and just hand tapped them. And then stuck the bolt back through there, and it's held into the chuck by the nut. So cut this compressor off and this stuff off for this meal. We'll head back to the house, put this thing back together.
Competition Products, your source for hardcore engine parts for street, strip, and oval track. Our free catalog is packed with hundreds of product lines from the best-known manufacturers in the performance industry. Lowest prices guaranteed. Free shipping and handling on all orders over $149 in the continental U.S. Need expert advice? Our knowledgeable staff is just a phone call away. Competition Product, race parts sold by racers since 1970.
So let me stick you in the pink truck here. It is wicked humid out here. I got the fans running. Hopefully it's not too much background noise, but you know, I'm gonna have to modify that hub for this. Forgot about that. Oh, I could have took an end mill in there and slotted that while I was at the shop, but I'm pretty sure I got a small carbide burr in there. I'll just hog it out a little bit. So let me do that, and then we'll see if we can put this thing back together. Oh, and I have to make a ground wire. I'm pretty sure it goes to the little cage thing from the horn button. One of those. And then I need to put a connector on this. So let me slot that piece and then we'll go from there. All right, I got this thing sorted out, and oh, that is the turn signal cancel. So if you have the turn signal on, so that's how that works. Them 2 little raised portions right there. All right, plastic doohickey. Goes on here. This goes on there. Wire through here. Why does that not jive? Weird. Kind of sloppy fit there. Pretty sure that was the order it came off. Alright. The nut is here. You'd think it'd have a washer, but it did not. Oh wait. So this cage piece, well, I guess I was a little too worried about that slotting that thing out, because it doesn't come all the way through there anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and put blue Loctite on these bolts. And honestly, probably should have drilled out the holes in this adapter a little bit. Well, I thought putting it together like this would go smooth, but I may have to do this differently. Alright, I ain't gonna argue with it. It's trying to tell me it don't like it. So just in case I need the wiggle room, I won't tighten those up just yet. Alright, now we'll put the nut on. Alright, I think I see another problem. Unless I have a thin wall socket, may have to go to an Allen head bolt for those, because unless I clock that hex just right, so give that I don't know if I can get a socket in there. Let me address that. Alright, so I've got some 3/8/16. Oh yeah, we're good. But we're going to cut them off. So I'm going to go do that and we'll try it again. Alright, back again. Cut down some socket head cap screws. I've lost the, we will still put the Loctite on this. Well, I sure feel like I've had to work to put this steering wheel on this thing. Let's see. Let me get that started. We'll throw it in the box one. Alright. Now, well, we can just leave that together. I'm going to pull out one of these regular bolts. Got too much going on in the poor cab of this truck here. So get this steering wheel on. I believe I'm gonna stop and clean up and do a factory reset. Well, it helps if I go the right way. got one more over there. Never did get a socket for that steering wheel nut. Still pretty close. Hopefully it's not going to be a problem, but we'll find out shortly, I guess. All right, I need to tighten that thing up. I'm gonna pray I can get a socket on there. All right, we can get one on there. Thought I had a ratchet here. You know what? Probably should have put some Loctite on that. It's stuck down on them splines now, so it won't come shooting off. I would think that there would be a lock nut under there, but there's not a whole lot of threads available. Alright, next up we need to make a little connector wire. And where the heck does that go? There's usually a little tab that the ground wire would bolt to, or not bolt to. That's a forever sharp wheel. That's a pretty nice steering wheel. I did not know that. But I gotta figure out somewhere. There's usually a little, maybe that's what that little tiny hole was for. It was the ground wire deal, but there is not one in there now. We may have to drill one. Dadgummit, this thing's whooping me today. Alright, let me get something and do that. Take care of that. I got the wires terminated. We got a ground wire made. That's kind of hacky. I wonder if I should attempt to clean that up before somebody thinks I did it. I'll probably better. I'll be back again. Alright, put it on the belt sander, and I mean, it helped it out, but it's not beautiful. So, set that on there. Are the wheels straight? Well, I don't know if the wheels are straight because it don't have no wheels on it. So that's fun. Might have to well, you know, this column's got to come back out anyway because I got to fix the floor. And I can't fix the floor with the column in there because you got to have a hole to put a column through and a hole to seal up. So floor fix, column through, we'll line it up by the splines at that point. Alright. This is a pretty nice steering wheel. Got a scratch right there. You know what? Just to hold it in place till I can put that horn together. Just hang it by that. Plug this up. Now we'll drop the steering wheel and unplug everything. Alright, there's one. Gotta make sure I don't pinch the wires. Alright, there's two. I wonder what this bolt pattern around that collar was for. Maybe that's for a different style adapter, maybe that's the adapter that it really needed, but we built one, so it actually turns. Well, we accomplished one thing. I don't know if the horn works or not. I guess we'll figure that out later. Alrighty, well, that'll do it. We got the steering wheel on. Got a couple other things done, and that you didn't see actually. But thanks for watching Left 4 Dead Garage, and we'll see you on the next one, which is probably that guy right there. Later.